Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at Mad World Tarot. Today we have the cute ghost tarot on the tarot table for this first reading, because we have another farcical tale about the parkour children to tackle in this tarot reading, and this comes yet again from a podcast, and this is the one that Megan has just done, with Emma Greed, and in which she told us that she is teaching Archie and Lili about the value of money by gardening. They are learning to garden and also sell their produce at a local farmers market. They man a stall at the farmers market, and of course great guffaws went around the world when this was announced, because the idea of a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old manning a stall at a farmer's market and handling cash and change and discussing heirloom tomatoes with their clients is somewhat farcical. Of course, as I say, a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. Internet sleuths went to work immediately. No sign of the parkour kids at any markets in Santa Barbara. They have to be certified. Well, perhaps their mother is certifiable, but no certificates, no membership of any of the relevant associations, and no documented sightings or sort of rumors or anything like that. So it's all BS. It's lies from someone who also pronounced in the very same podcast that she wishes people would tell the truth. So I think we know that this is a made-up story. One wise observer said in a site that I was looking at, said that, well, it's obvious that she's come up with this BS because the Wales children garden, I think, with Granny Carol. They have learnt all about how to grow things and veggies, and they've got, I think, their own little garden tools and their own little stations. And it's such a nice thing. With dial the snark down just for a second. It's such a nice thing to do with young children. Give them their own little patch of ground if you can, if you've got the space. Help them plant things, water things, see what comes up, see what comes and eats the things in the night, all that kind of stuff. Harvest things with you. If you can't do that, then at least some window boxes, kitchen herbs, anything, just to give them an idea of what it takes to grow food. And as I say, it's such a wholesome thing, it's such a fun thing. But no, not producing crops in a marketable quantity and then having to man the store, unless perhaps you're Doria's child, in which case I can well imagine that Doria was quite an enthusiastic gardener, but only of probably one particular crop, and quite a valuable one in its day as well. That's just my bit of snark for the day. And let's remind you, lest I get into trouble for the snark, that this is just tarot, and it's for fun and entertainment, and it is, of course, all my opinion and all speculation, and I just read energy here. And there is a disclaimer in the box below. We're going to do a Celtic cross with the cute ghost tarot. We are going to ask why Megan is so disconnected from her children in terms of what is age appropriate, why she feels the need. In my opinion, I'm speculating that this is a big fat lie. Of course, they may go and stand with Doria or somebody at a stall somewhere and occasionally, be present there. But manning the stall themselves, I don't think so. But why does she feel the need to come up with these nonsensical stories about her children? Her overachieving children, first word was what? Crocodile, then it was waffle maker, then it was hydrated, Archie, the genius, the child, the wonderkind. It's all very strange. So, Celtic cross, I think we have the energy. What is going on with these bear stories in relation to the Wales children who actually do these things? we actually see helping out. I think we saw them at some community garden or something like that, when Louis pushing a wheelbarrow around, very engaged, very enthusiastic, and they all seem quite familiar with the concept of gardening and fruit and veg and wholesome and healthy and all of that. So pressure on Madame, seemingly. But let's see what's going on with the cards. We got the Five of Blades in reverse. It's a conflict card. The Five of Blades, Five of Swords. That's our underlying energy, and it's really, when it's in reverse, it can mean kind of just losing and giving up and being defeated. It can also mean just fighting this conflict that goes on and on and on, and which is where my vote is being cast in this particular context. Fighting imaginary enemies for the sake of fighting, that she just can't let it go. She's got to win this thing. She's got to prove that her children are more accomplished, more beautiful, more amazing than the Wales kids, who are presenting as just very normal, well-adjusted children, well-parented, nice little family, dynamics between them that we can all see and we can all relate to, whereas Archie and Lili are just these mystery children, not least because they change shape and size and hair color and ear shape and all the rest of it from day to day. But what she tells us about them is not relatable, and it's not relatable because we all know from our own personal experience, or we all suspect it's not real. But this relentless need to win at all costs, even when there is no enemy, there is no conflict. The conflict is all coming from her. That's how I'm reading that Five of Blades in reverse, and it's quite an exhausting energy, quite a weird state of mind to be in, of course, allegedly. So the heart of the reading, situation with Megan and these weird stories that she makes up about these children. We've got the Hanged One. It's in reverse, and the Hanged One is about perspective. Hanged man, traditionally, it's about perspective. It's about seeing things differently, getting a different world view while you're hanging there. But it's also about sacrifice and punishment and feeling victimized and feeling helpless. It's in reverse. So I think that in this context, she's really taken it to heart that she, for some reason, is the victim in this situation, that the royals didn't play fair with her and her children, and she's got this notion of persecution, and it's somehow being, this is what she's fighting. And again, in my opinion, it's an imaginary conflict, it's an imaginary enemy, it's her own wrong perception of the world and how she was treated as a royal and how William and Catherine treated her. But it's ongoing. It's not something she can shake. And of course, the Hanged Man, Hanged One, is Neptunian energy, and you can become very deluded when you're in that, under that spell of Neptune, where you don't see things clearly and you do feel in that energy that everyone's against you and you're being treated unfairly. That's coming through very, very powerfully in here, that this is some chip on her shoulder that she's carried from way back when, from possibly when she first tried her luck with the royals and maybe didn't get the rapturous reception that she thought she deserved. So the challenge for her with these, I am going to call them lies, these made up stories about the kids, in the context of the whales, we've got the Seven of Coins, and this is the money card, the Seven of Coins. This is value. This is assessing the worth of something. The children in particular. She's been around for 7 years in this marriage. She's allegedly produced these 2 children right on cue, miraculously, you might say, when given her age and her history. But all of that. Now, how to monetize them, how to get some kind of return on the investment that she has made, these 7 years that she has spent with Harry in rather strange, in my opinion, marriage. And so needing to make these children somehow interesting enough that maybe she'll get a magazine spread or a Netflix or a clothes deal, something like that. These can't just be ordinary kids. These have to be kids. We've seen them a lot in pajamas, so there's speculation that maybe we're going to get a range of pajamas out of the thing. Maybe we're going to see cutesy little gardening outfits. We've seen cutesy little beekeeping outfit, just managing to show Lily's face. Luckily, no bees in the beehive. There's something going on here with money. It's, yes, in my opinion, got to do with competing with the imaginary enemy, the Walesers, but it's also about the money. And so let's see what's really going on here. What is at the root of this strangeness, the strange stories we hear about the kids from her? I mean, you've got this sense of defeat, the 10 of blades, 10 of swords. It's the real defeat card. It's ruin, it's betrayal, it's backstabbing. It's feeling like life isn't worth living. You're absolutely destroyed. That's how she feels. That is how she feels because of what she perceives as abuse and bullying and unfairness and discrimination and all those things that she bleats about. She started bleating on Oprah and she hasn't stopped since. It's that energy, 10 of blades, this victimhood that she's very good at and she keeps reminding us about. There it is. So that's why. So what's her goal with these tales that she's telling now of these amazing children who are King of Coins? Catching! It's a big money deal. Harry probably on board with it at this point because it is Harry energy, the King of Coins, but it's a business deal. She is trying her damnedest to monetize these kids, to squeeze some money out of them somehow. And as I say, I think there's some kind of deal on the table somewhere, or she's trying to prove to someone with deep pockets, that it's worth investing in this. If not in her, because allegedly it has dawned on her via her new team that she's not that popular, but perhaps the kids, as I say, she can squeeze some money out in those little arms and legs and hands and feet. Ghastly thought. But Grimm's fairy tale, sorry that my mind strayed in that direction, but there it is. Money. It's deals on the table. She needs this. She needs serious money. She needs someone serious to invest in this. She made the comment to Emma Greed, well, let's talk about that later, talking about clothes, jeans and things like that. Emma Greed, you could say, was thinking, hell no, that's not going to happen. But something's got to happen. Tell us about the past. In this context of competing with the Walesers and her own children and what's been going on with her, we've got Balance, which is the Temperance card, and it's in reverse. She's losing her rag about how long it's taking to monetize and to actually get these deals off the ground, because it's the Patience card, Balance. A Temperance card is about patience and harmony and blending energies and all those things. But for me, it's really patience in this context. And she run out of patience. Things should have happened by now. Why haven't they? And this, the angel of the Balance card, the Temperance card, that so easily becomes the devil when things are turned on their heads. If you have someone in your life that's quite volatile, they can be all sugar and spice one minute and the next screeching and, devilish. So that kind of energy, there's something in the situation that has made her really angry, volatile, and dark. It's a really dark energy. I think she's very jealous. That's my opinion. I'm reading energy. I'm reading the energy of this Balance card. I think she's almost out of control, jealous and volatile and angry, and why isn't this happening, and it's so unfair, and the Wales kids can do this, and everyone's thinks they're so wonderful, and then I say this about my children, everyone scoffs and scorns me and says it's not possible, and contacts farmers market associations and says, do you have Aldi and Lidl signed up, that kind of thing. She's furious about it. Okay, so let's move on. What's happening with this children's scenario and Megan and trying to monetize them? We got the Page of Blades, which means that she's getting ready for something. Pages are children, and that's not sending a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old out to work. I don't think even Megan is that mad. But it is getting ready, preparing. The Page of Blades is all about preparation. Doing your research, getting the documents in order, also getting the old flying monkeys out can have that energy. And it can be just getting your message ready. And it's not the happy message, it's the getting the Instagram ready, getting the deals ready, getting all of that stuff ready so that she can launch. It's preparation, very strong energy of preparation here for a big launch. She's hoping a big launch with that King of Coins, and we're going to be saturated with it on social media. There's probably some kind of campaign that's going to come out, and my luck, we will see Archie and Lili, or Aldi and Little as people do call them from time to time, are quite appropriate for this context in my opinion. We probably will see them in cutesy little farmer kind of 30s style outfits with a straw hat for her, and little baskets and dungarees and stuff like that, to make me look like a rubbish tarot reader for saying no, there's no chance they've ever done that. It's coming. The photo is coming, the video, the proof that they actually do this. It's rubbish, in my opinion, I need to say, allegedly, but it's because of this deal that she's trying to make happen. She's trying to manifest. So her view of her children and what's appropriate and what children can and cannot do at 4 and 6. Let's just ask the question. 8 of Sticks. It's all about this. It's all about the spin. It's all about the message. It's not about the reality at all. It's about the messaging. It doesn't care if it's possible or not possible, or child abuse or not child abuse. That's a very strong word. I'm not accusing her of child abuse, but look, we're not living in Victorian times when you send the tinies out to work. This is a message that needs to go out. The children are useful for Instagram, for merching, for those kinds of things. This is my opinion. I'm reading energy. This is the 8 of Sticks, which is a communications card, and very particularly PR type of communication. Pressure she's under from the Waleses, most likely. Page of Sticks, it's a PR game. She sees this all in terms of PR. She doesn't see it in terms of family. These are cousins, really, that we're dealing with. No sign of that in here. This is about narrative. This is about grabbing headlines. This is about my kids are better than your kids. Not because they are actually better, and who makes those kinds of value judgments anyway. My kids are more newsworthy than your kids. My kids earn more money than your kids do. So that kind of competitive stuff that's coming through for me. That's the pressure she's under. She needs better headlines. She's never going to get the headlines, for instance, that Louis gets, like he did at Trooping the Colour, just by being Louis. She's never going to do that. She doesn't understand it. She thinks she's got to spend money, she's got to pay people to send messages out, she's got to go on podcasts and trot out this little, what's the word, news bite, sound bite, implausible as it is, because she's decided that this is what she needs to do to get the deal. That King of Coins is very dominant energy in this reading. So hopes and fears for our girl in Montecito, the constant gardener. We got the 7 of Cups in reverse. Well, the fear is that nobody buys this nonsense, this BS. 7 of Cups is very much like the Hanged Man. It's in reverse. Who's going to fall for this false narrative, this spin, this pie in the sky that the 7 of Cups represents? It's not real. It's not realistic. It's not plausible. And even she might have her moments when she thinks, I wonder if they're going to fall for that one. And so that's what she's worried about. And maybe the deal won't come through because it's about opportunities, the Seven of Cups, and how many doors are still open to her, how many doors have slammed shut in her face. Seven of Cups and reverse, they've all slammed shut in her face. What moron is going to give her huge financial backing to make another disaster of a business when she's already squandered all Netflix's money allegedly on As Ever and couldn't get that off the ground, American Riviera Orchard, anyone, and all of that. Who in their right minds would give her money to come out with a range of kids' clothes, for instance? Well, there's maybe some more out there. Let's see where we're heading with this whole children thing that she's now setting up because she herself is such a failure and so unpopular, so loathed. We've got the Two of Sticks. There are plans afoot. All I can say is that there are plans afoot. I know that already because of that Page of Swords. Two of Sticks is plans and preparations, a business partner. She's trying her damnedest to partner up with someone. And someone might just fall for it because of the press that they're going to get. They might realize that the range, if there is a range of children's clothing about to drop, I'm pretty sure there is, they might realize that they're not going to make much money out of it, but for themselves, they're going to get headlines. They're going to get promotion. And if that's all that matters, and this reading certainly seems to lean in that direction with the Eight of Sticks and the Page of Sticks, well then, maybe someone will be, in my opinion, stupid enough or reckless enough to partner up with Megan and produce this range. It looks like there is something coming. So two things going on in this reading. Basically, the business deal that she's trying to manifest, but also this bitterness about the whale's children, which I, as an energy reader, as a tarot reader, find personally quite spooky and quite concerning. That is the reading. The camera is tipped over. I haven't yet, but thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.